This is a 6,000 BTU, at least so I think it is. No, 5,000 BTU. Kenmore window air conditioner made by Whirlpool. I also don't know how old it is. I don't think if there will even be a date on here. Oh, 1989. Yeah. Don't know what brand of fan motor it has. Has a Matsushita rotary compressor, so I believe probably like an Emerson fan motor. A bit scuffed up on this part of the grill, but besides that, it seems to be in good condition. Just picked this up on Facebook Marketplace for $45. Both side panels are in really good condition. Oops. This thing's actually pretty small. For how old it is, I would expect this to be a bit bigger. But I actually did have one of these under the Whirlpool name. It was the Quiet Miser variant, which I'd like to find another one. That was a good air conditioner, but yeah, it was pretty similar in several ways. It's not the base model, because the base model would have had a brown grill that was flat. Actually, I think I have one of those grills. Well, I just fell over. This is what said grill looks like. Pretty generic, and this is off of a 10,000 BTU model that I have. It's a base model, obviously. And this thing's free speeds with an energy saver option. Do low fan first. The fan on the inside actually seems pretty weak. I think the filter might be restricting because I can hear a bit of a whistling noise, so let's take this front cover off and adjust that. Front grill's off, the filter came off with it, so we'll see if the airflow is improved. Oh, definitely. So, they weren't using the right type of filter, they were actually using soup filter bags, out of all things. So I can see how that would definitely restrict airflow. Picked it layered up on two. I'll just use the original. I have some foam filter material I will use instead. That won't be nearly as restrictive as this. The vent's open as well, which I'll close. If I can try to anyway. Yeah, vent's closed. There's supposed to be like a foam piece or something that kind of pushes this control panel out, and you can kind of see where that was at one point in time before it kind of like broke. I might just like take this piece here and like maybe glue it to the front grill, I don't know yet. Probably take this screw too, because the front grill just pops on. Really no need for that. And low, medium, and then high. I really like on these knobs how it says cooler and has a little arrow pointing towards the cool direction. We'll fire this up. I believe it's Matsushita rotary. Definitely whatever compressor it is, it's very quiet, so it's most likely a Matsushita. Could possibly be a Tecumseh. I believe my Quiet Miser had a Matsushita, so I'm gonna guess that this has one too. Let's turn the flash on. Definitely looks like a, well, no. I can't see what brand that says. It's like Magnatech Universal. Got a bit of coil corrosion going on in there, so I'll take this thing apart, drill a drain hole, vacuum in there, wash it out. You can't really see a sticker on the compressor at all. Back coil's a bit bad. I had one of these that had really, really nasty coil corrosion. That one was the coolerator. That one actually was so bad that, well, actually had a compressor failure. I thought this was actually one of the cold spot units that had like the vent that went down the side, or I mean the other side or whatever. because there's a good bit of those that were around here for a while, and then they just kind of all went missing. I actually remembered seeing this unit in the window, because this house is only about 3 blocks away from here. And I remember seeing this unit in the window. Never noticed the Kenmore tags was on a second story overlooking a balcony. But I always thought that this one was a whirlpool. And this unit has been there for as long as I could remember. It's not necessarily a childhood unit, I would say, but it's definitely interesting. And it is ice cold. It's going to take a bit for the refrigerant to circulate. So we got a medium fan, high fan. It's a bit noisy. I like this control panel though. That's just so cool with the fake wood grain. There's fake wood grain all over it. Front grills, fake wood grain. Here's that 10,000 BTU unit I was telling you earlier. It's pretty much just like that one, except it's a scaled up version. It needs a new switch though. The switch in this one's bad. So might swap the switch out of this one, throw it in that one, see if it works. I'm never going to use that vent anyway, but it's very stiff. Definitely quiet. The outside fan's pretty noisy. Really hear that refrigerant rushing. It's kind of frozen on the inrush. When I actually got there, this unit was running, and I remembered it was blowing pretty cold because it was really hot today, high humidity out. And this thing was sloshing water, so it did not have a drain hole. So, hence the coil corrosion in the back. So, definitely has its set of issues. Kind of icy up here. I'll wait for this thing to build pressure and then let it equalize. I remembered my quiet miser also taking a while to do this. Not as bad as I thought. There's a bit of rust on it. I'm going to mention this. The back coil on this is definitely clean. There's air blowing out pretty much on all the corners, which is surprising. It's on low fan too, which if you look in there, well, you can't, the guards, all you see. Kind of hard to tell, but the coil in there is pretty corroded, and there is a bit of dust in the center, around the center of the fan, but the outside seemed clean. So this whole thing, I am going to take this apart, clean it the right way. The inside portion, I will say, is clean, but I was told that she did have the case off of this, and she did clean it. I'm not sure if I should believe her on that or not. There was definitely some things I would see that she missed. But keep in mind, this was in for a season. They didn't mess with it since last fall. Got a temperature here, well, for the flash off, 51. It could be better. It's pretty hot in here. Actually, no. Well, what is this thing reading? Well, it claims it's 75 in here. So, but definitely condensating. The bottom row's okay, the bottom row's cold. It's not icy yet though. Should have checked to see when I first turned it on how the bottom row was doing. I'd like to get an 8,000 BTU version of one of these under the Whirlpool name. I like the look of the Whirlpool grills better than these. I just think these kind of look ugly. Not a fan of the squares. And I also kind of like the rectangular type grill that I showed you at the beginning of the video. That's for that unit there. Sounds so good though. I love how you can hear the Freon. It's noisy on high fan. I'll have to throw this in and see how this one runs. See if that drops any amount. Oh, I forgot to put the kilowatt meter on it. Curious to see the power ratings. Let's at least see what how many amps and stuff it draws. 5.1 amps, and it's rated at 115 volts. Where's the watts at? It's probably right in front of me. It's all volts. Oh, 115's rated. Is the darn, that was stupid of me. It doesn't say how many watts it draws though. 106.5 volts. 106.5 volts is the max voltage that this unit draws. It also has the voltage for the low speed fan, which is 103.5 volts. I can't see anywhere where it says how many watts this thing draws. So I definitely will have to put a kilowatt meter on here and see what the what wattage this thing draws. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be 500 at most. It does have a bigger motor, but it's not one of the Fasco PSC, not one of the Fasco shaded pull motors. It's a PSC motor, so it should not draw that much. I'm a bit worried because it does frost up here, so I'm gonna leave this on for a bit. I want to get, I'm gonna leave this unit on while I'm working, because I'm actually, as of right now, working on trying to find another switch. I'm gonna go over to my boss's house, see if he has an extra switch for one of these, and then eventually get this thing working. And then there will be a video of this Kenmore. Probably all cleaned up and also even installed in a window. I didn't get a hang for it, but this one here is my plan for it to actually go upstairs and place the Frigidaire. So. Freeway air direction. Well, it's more like two-way, but it kind of like notches out. It's not veritable, much like this air conditioner here, where you can kind of slide it anywhere you want. This one is like, it's like left, center, right. How much heat is this thing putting out on the back? It's pretty warm. 48. There's still frost there. These are some more reasonable numbers. Just want to get it into around the middle 40s. It's getting close. It's about 5 degrees off from where it was earlier. But yeah. Well, thank you very much for watching, and keep the breeze. There'll be another video of this later on, so if you want to hear this thing shut down, just look forward to that. And if not, just bug the heck out of me. I'll do that or something.